Good evening, everyone. And thank you for being here at an evening of drama. My name is Shan Katari Libby, and I'd like to introduce to you, before we get started, I'd like to introduce to you my colleague, Payal Gupta.
Good evening to one and all. In the words of William James, the greatest use of life is to spend it on something that will outlast it. On behalf of the entire team of A to Z Creativity, I would like to thank each and every one of you present over here for coming forward and supporting the Guild of Service Leukaemia Project. The total amount raised will be announced at the end of the weekend of show. I would like to thank all of you for taking time out to watch our students perform. We hope you all enjoy the show. Thank you.
My name is Aditya.
My name is Harshit, and today we'll be performing Drowned Man.
The Drowned Man is a play about a waterfront lunatic trying to persuade a man to watch him drown. You'll regret it. You'll be back one night, bored to death, dying to see a good drowning, and I will be gone. This is my last day here. I close on Sunday, and next week, I'm in Yalta.
There's a police officer there. Now, if you don't leave me alone, I'll have you arrested for soliciting.
I'm not soliciting. I'm in the maritime entertainment business.
Drowning is not maritime entertainment. You're a waterfront lunatic. Officer!
I'm going. But I'll tell you one thing. The drowning business isn't what it used to be.
Officer, there's a man there, behind the docks. He's been pestering me all evening. I wouldn't be surprised if he was deranged. Well, I'm warning you, this is going to sound strange. He wanted to charge me 3 rubles to watch him drown. Officer, you seem to miss the point. This is not a question of price. It's come. It's finally come. The day the world has gone insane as a rider class.
I see the officer's gone. What did you tell him, sir?
Tell him I told him the truth, that you're mentally unbalanced. Unfortunately, he's a little more mentally unbalanced than you.
I appreciate you not causing me any trouble. And in gratitude, I'm reducing my price to an all-time low 80 kopecks.
80? You wretched, conceiving, deceiving little thief? I won't pay any more than 60.
60 kopecks for a drowning? But where's my profit? My towels cost me 40 kopecks and another 40 for the fellow who fishes me out. I'd be losing money on it. What's the point? I might as well stay under.
60 kopecks for drowning. Take it or leave it.
You're a hard man, sir. A hard man. 60 kopecks it is. I pray to God my son doesn't want to become a drowner.
30, 40, 50, 60. Now where shall I stand?
Right on the edge, sir. Right on the edge of the dock. Right up close. That's where you'll see all the action.
It's a bit dark down there. Are you sure I'll be able to see
That's what
clearly?
makes it so eerie, sir. The eerier, the more entertaining. All the actions in the last 10 seconds. Anyway, well, here I go. Oh, I almost forgot. When I come up for the 3rd time, yell at the top of your lungs. Popnichevsky, Popnichevsky.
Who's Popnichevsky?
He's the fellow who jumps in after me, sir. I can't swim.
Are you trying to tell me you're going to drown without knowing how to swim?
Popnichevsky always waits till the very last second before jumping in and pulling me out. He's in that restaurant, sir. I hope you enjoy the show. If you like it, tell your friends. In the soup, as we say. I'm drowning. Help!
Over here, a little towards me. I can't see you too well out there.
Help!
Good, very good. Well, that's never bad. I don't want to see that part anymore. I don't have all night. Can you drown now? Do you hear me? I would like to have you drown. There you are. That's the 3rd time, isn't it? Heavens! What was that fellow's name?
Thank you.
Nitya. Next up, we have Rhea and Ananti with Sugar Daddies.
Do you approve?
We moved, haven't we? When did we move?
No, it's the same flat. I just improved it a bit, I think.
What have you done, Sasha? What have you done to our home?
I just changed one or two. Your desk is
Not my desk. In no way is that my desk.
The new one.
What are you talking about? A new one. That doesn't even look like a desk.
You don't approve?
Approve? It's like the front room of a brothel. It's vile. It's revolting. It's repellent.
Perhaps you'll prefer the kitchen then.
You've done this to the kitchen as well?
I just changed one or two things.
This is gonna be a joke.
Well, it needed things doing to it. For starters, that cold tap kept dripping, didn't it?
Oh dear God, what have you done to my kitchen, Sasha? What have you done to my kitchen?
Our kitchen.
No, your kitchen now. I'm never setting foot in there again, ever.
You don't like that either?
If there's one thing I loathe more than anything else, it's ready stainless steel. It's hideous, Sasha. Simply hideous. Wait, this is a joke, isn't it? We're on some terrible TV program. In a minute, they're going to be awful Scott women and appalling men leaping out of cupboards, right? Right?
Well...
The bedrooms. You've done the bedrooms as well, haven't you?
Just one or two little improvements.
My bedroom? You've done my bedroom as well? I don't even allow people into my bedroom and you've gone and done my whole bedroom.
Well, they were careful not to touch your things more than they had to.
What have you done? What is this on my wall?
Fur, it's only fur.
What have you done to my bathroom?
Our bathroom.
Well, it is. It's a brothel, isn't it? You've turned the place into a brothel, haven't you? Well, I certainly can't sleep in there. I'm surprised you haven't stuck a mirror on my ceiling and had done with it.
We couldn't. The ceiling wasn't strong enough to take it.
We? Who's we? You and that pressure Uncle Val, presumably.
No, it was a proper designer. I had a proper designer in.
Designer? What designer?
Charmaine.
Charmaine?
Yes.
Well, you tell Charmaine that I want everything back as it was, and I'm suing her for every penny that she's got. I want my tatty old desk back. I want my armchair with the wobbly leg. I want my old-fashioned ship back, not that plastic monstrosity. And most of all, I want my own bed. You tell her that for me.
I can't get it all back. It's probably at the tip by now.
Well, get your sugar daddy to hire someone and hire a truck and get it all back. In the meanwhile, I'm leaving, Sasha. I'm going and staying in a hotel until this is all sorted out. You hear?
I think you're being very unfair.
What do you mean?
I've gone through a lot of trouble with this. I thought you'd be pleased.
No,
I did this as
Sasha,
much for you, you know.
In no way did you do this for me. You did this entirely for you. You know, God knows what's going on in your personal life. I dread to think.
Dirty old man, don't you dare call him that.
Okay, sorry.
He hasn't touched me. He's just fond of me. He hasn't laid a finger on me.
Sasha, he's destroying you. Can't you see it? Look at you, girl. I've only been gone like 2 weeks and look at what he's done to you. He's spending money on you like water. I don't know what he's after, but he's gradually destroying you.
Like water? What are you talking about? It's all money.
You're telling me that you bought all of this with your money?
More or less.
Sasha, there's about 10,000 quids worth of stuff in the kitchen alone.
Well, he knows where to get things cheap. That's all.
You really believe that, do you?
Yes.
You might be a naive little kid from the country, Sasha, but I don't think you're that much of a fool. You may not have paid for this right now, but you'll pay for it. Eventually. You always do. And in the meanwhile, here, a nice little piece of local pottery from Mallorca. You might as well take it. Although, you know, God knows where you're going to keep it in there. Goodbye then.
You're just jealous, aren't you? Got a boyfriend, treats you like dirt? Has you trotting around like a miserable little dog? Here, girl, come, girl, roll over. Pathetic woman of your age. No wonder you're half falling apart. No wonder people are laughing at you behind your back. You're just so cheap and so pathetic. And then you see me, getting people running after me, having people appreciate me. You just can't stand it, can you? Ignorant little country girl, me. Well, look at me now. You know how much this bracelet costs? You know how much these necklaces cost? You couldn't afford it in a year, girl. And you know that. Getting older and older, more washed out. You're never gonna make it now, are you? Rotten, second rate failure. That's who you are. And Mallorca? Ready Mallorca? Know who goes to Mallorca? Cheap people like you go there. Whereas me, the Pacific Ocean, mate, private yacht or nothing, me. I can tell you, go on then. You don't want to live here? You want to go sulk in a pokey little horror hotel on your own? Well, you go on. See if I care. Buzz off. Go on then. Get out. Get out. And take your stupid cheap Mallorcan present with you, me. I only have expensive things in here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello everybody, I'm Meghna and I have Pavana with me here today, and we'll be performing an extract from Doubt, which was written by John Patrick Shanley.
In this scene, innocent Sister James is questioned by Sister Aloysius, and the scene introduces doubt on Father Flynn. So, tell me, Sister James, how would you characterize the condition of 8B?
I don't know where to begin. What do you want to know?
Let's begin with Stephen Inzio.
Stephen Inzio has the highest marks in class.
Noreen Horan.
Second highest marks.
Brenda McNulty.
Third highest.
You see, I'm making a point, Sister James. I know that Stephen Inzio, Noreen Horan, and Brenda McNulty are 1, 2, and 3 in your class. School-wide, there are 48 such students each grade period, and I make it my business to know all 48 of their names. I do not say this to aggrandize myself, but to illustrate the importance of paying attention. You must pay attention as well.
Yes, sister.
I cannot be everywhere.
Am I falling short, sister?
These 3 students with the highest marks, are they the most intelligent children in your class?
No, I wouldn't say they are, but they work the hardest.
Very good. That's right. That's the ethic. What good's a gift if it's left in the box? What good's a high IQ if you're staring out the window with your mouth agape? Be hard on the bright ones, Sister James, and don't be charmed by cleverness. Not theirs and not yours.
Yes, sister.
I think you're a competent teacher, but maybe you're not our best teacher. The best teachers do not perform. They cause the students to perform.
Why perform?
As if on a Broadway stage.
Oh dear, I had no conception.
You're showing off. You like to see yourself 10 feet tall in front of the eyes. Another thing occurs to me. Where were you before?
Mount St. Margaret's.
All girls.
Yes.
I feel I must remind you, boys are made of gravel, soot and tar paper. Boys are a different breed.
I feel I know how to handle them.
But perhaps you're wrong, and perhaps you're not working hard enough.
Oh,
No tears.
but I thought you were satisfied with me.
Satisfaction is a vice. Do you have a handkerchief?
Yes.
Use it. Do you think Socrates was ever satisfied? Good teachers are never content. We have some 372 students in the school, and it is a society which requires constant educational, spiritual, and human vigilance. I cannot afford an excessively innocent instructor in my 8th grade class. It's self-indulgent. Innocence is a form of laziness. Innocent teachers are easily duped. You must be canny, Sister James.
Yes, sister.
When William London gets a nosebleed, be skeptical. Don't let a little blood fuddle your judgment. God gave you a brain and a heart. The heart is warm, but your wits must be cold. Liars should be frightened to lie to you. They should be uncomfortable in your presence. I doubt they are.
I don't know. I've never thought about it.
The children should think you see right through them.
Wouldn't that be a little frightening?
Only to the ones that are up to no good.
But I want my students to feel that they can talk to me.
They are children. They can talk to each other. It's more important they have a fierce moral guardian. You stand at the door, sister. You are the gatekeeper. If you are vigilant, they don't need to be.
I'm not sure what you want me to do.
And if things occur in your classroom that you sense require understanding, but you do not understand, come to me.
Yes, sister.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm the principal of this school.
Yes, sister.
Now, do you stay when the specialty instructors come in?
Yes.
And but you're here now while art class is going on.
I was a little concerned about William's nose.
Right. So you have art in class
She comes in, Mrs. Bell, yes.
and you take them down to the basement for dance with Mrs. Shields.
On Thursdays.
Another waste of time.
Oh, but everyone loves the Christmas pageant.
I don't love it. Frankly, it offends me. Last year, the girl playing Our Lady was wearing lipstick. I was waiting in the wings for that little jade. Then there's music. That strange woman with the portable piano. What's wrong with her neck? Some kind of goiter.
Then there's music.
Mrs. Carolyn.
That's right.
Then there's physical education and religion.
Yeah, Father Flynn.
2 hours a week, and you stay for those.
Mostly, unless I have reports to fill out.
What do you think of Father Flynn?
Oh, he's a brilliant man. What a speaker.
Yes, his sermon this past Sunday was poetic.
He's actually very good too at teaching basketball. I was surprised. I wouldn't think the man of the cloth a personality type for basketball, but he has a way he has. Very natural with dribbling and shooting.
What do you think the sermon was about?
What?
His sermon this past Sunday. What was he talking about?
Well, doubt. He was talking about doubt.
Why?
Excuse me, sister?
Well, sermons come from somewhere, don't they? Is Father Flynn in doubt, or is he concerned someone else is in doubt? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, girls. Next, we have Tia and Amira with another scene from the same play, Doubt.
Good evening, I'm Amira.
My name's Tia.
Today, we will be performing a scene from the play Doubt by John Patrick Shanley. So in this scene, we are playing two nuns, Sister James and Sister Aloysius, about a conversation regarding a situation with a priest named Father Flynn and a student. Good afternoon, sister.
Good afternoon, Sister James. Mr. Metcalfe pruned this bush, which was the right thing to do, but he neglected to protect it from the frost.
Have we had a frost?
When it comes, it's too late.
You know about gardening?
A little. Where's your class?
The girls are having music.
And the boys?
They're in the rectory.
With Father Flynn.
Yes, he is giving them a talk.
On what subject?
How to be a man.
Well, if sisters were permitted in the rectory, I would be interested to hear the talk. I don't know how to be a man. I would like to know what's involved. Have you ever given the girls a talk on how to be a woman?
No, I wouldn't be competent.
Why not?
I just don't think I would. I took my vows at the beginning, at the beginning.
The founder of our order, the Blessed Mother Seton, was married and had 5 children before embarking on her vows.
I've often wondered how she managed so much in one life.
Life perhaps is longer than you think, and the dictates of the soul more numerous. I was married.
You were?
You could at least hide your astonishment.
I didn't know.
When one takes on the habit, one must close the door to secular things. My husband died in the war against Adolf Hitler.
Really? Excuse me, sister.
But I'm like you. I'm not sure I would feel competent to lecture tittering girls on the subject of womanhood. I don't come into the garden often. What is it? 40 feet across? The convent here, the rectory there. We might as well be separated by the Atlantic Ocean. I used to potter around out here, but Monsieur Benedict does his reverie at quixotic times, and we're rightly discouraged from crossing paths with the priests unattended. He's 79, but nevertheless.
The monsieur is very good, isn't he?
Yes, but he's oblivious.
To what?
Well, I'm not sure he knows who's the President of the United States. I mean him no disrespect, of course. It's just that he's otherworldly in the extreme.
Is it that he's innocent, Sister Aloysius?
You have a slyness at work, Sister James. Be careful of it. How's your class? How's Donald Muller?
He's 13th in class.
I know, that's sufficient. Has anyone hit him?
No.
Someone will, and when it happens, send them right down to me.
I'm not so sure anyone will.
There's a statue of St. Anthony on one side of the church altar and a statue of St. Patrick on the other. This parish serves Irish and Italian families. Someone will hit Donald Muller.
He has a protector.
Who?
Father
What?
Flynn. He's taken an interest since Donald went on the altar boys. I thought I should tell
I told you to come to me, but I hoped you never would.
Maybe I shouldn't have.
I knew once you did, something would be set into motion. So it's happened.
What? I'm not telling you that. I'm not even certain what you mean.
Yes, you are.
I've been trying to become more cold in my thinking as you suggested, but I feel as if I've lost my way a little, Sister Aloysius. Oh, I had the most terrible dream last night. I want to be guided by you and responsible to the children, but I want my peace of mind. I must tell you, I've been longing for the return of my peace of mind.
You may not have it. It is not your place to be complacent. That's for the children. That's what we give them.
I think I'm starting to understand you a little, but it's so unsettling to look at things and people with suspicion. It feels as if I'm less close to God.
When one takes a step to address wrongdoing, one takes a step away from God, but in his service. Dealing with such matters is hard and thankless work.
But I've become more reserved in class. I feel separated from the children.
That's as it should be.
But I feel wrong. And about this other matter, I don't even have any evidence. I'm not at all certain that anything's happened.
We can't wait for that.
But what if it's nothing?
Then it's nothing. I wouldn't mind being wrong, but I doubt I am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rahel.
And I'm S.B.A. Today we'll be performing an extract from The Sneeze. The Sneeze is a comedic play written by Michael Fran, adapted from a series of comedic short stories written by Anton Chekhov. The play features Sherdakov, a member of the working class, portrayed by yours truly, and General Braslov, the Minister of Public Parks, played by Rahul Manoj, and follows their humorous interactions after a sticky situation at a theatre the night before. Enjoy.
Next.
I'm not next, Your Excellency. I'm last.
Very well then. Last.
That's me, sir.
What is your petition?
I have no petition, sir. I'm not a petitioner.
Then you waste my time.
Do you not recognize me, sir? We met last night under rather explosive circumstances. I am the splatterer.
The what?
The sneezer. The one who sneezed. The sneezing splatterer.
Indeed. And what is it you want now? A Gesundheit?
No, Your Excellency. Your forgiveness. I just wanted to point out that there was no political or anti-social motivation behind my sneeze. It was a non-partisan, non-violent act of God. I cursed the day. The protuberance formed itself on my face. It's a hateful nose, sir, and I am not responsible for its indiscretions. Punish that which committed the crime, but absolve the innocent body behind it. Exile my nose, but forgive me, your kingship. Forgive me.
My dear young man, I am not angry with your nose. I'm far too busy to have time for your nasal problems. I suggest you go home and take a hot bath or a cold one. Take something, but don't bother me with this silly business again. Gibber, gibber, gibber. That's all I've heard all day. Gibber, 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 gibber.
Oh, thank you, sir. God bless you and your wife and your household. May your days be sweet and your nights be better than your days. May the birds sing in the morning at your window, and may the coffee in your cup be strong and hot. I worship the chair you sit on, and the uniform you wear that sits on the chair I worship. Oh, thank you so much, sir. Ah, God, I am happy. And yet, have I been the butt of a cruel and thoughtless joke? If he had no intention of punishing me, why did he torment me so unmercifully? To twist in agony the entire night, I am furious. Sonia, I have been humiliated. Who? I'll tell you who. General Brassilov, the Minister of Public Parks. Oh, the swine. I was humiliated in such a subtle fashion, it was almost indiscernible. The man's cunning is equal only to his cruelty. He practically forced me to come into his office to grovel and beg on my knees. I was reduced to a gibbering idiot. I must go back and tell him what I think of him. The lower class must speak up. The world must be made safe so that men of all nations and creeds, regardless of color or religion, will be free to sneeze on their superiors. It is he who will be humiliated by I.
Last. Well?
Well? Well, you say. Do you not recognize me, Your Excellency? Look at my face. Yes, you're quite correct. It is I once again.
It is you once again who?
Sherdakov, Excellency. I have returned having taken neither a hot bath nor a cold one.
Who let this filthy man in? What is it?
What is it? What is it, you ask? You sit there behind your desk and ask, what is it? You sit there in your lofty position as General and Minister of Public Parks, a member in high standing among the upper class, and ask me, a lowly civil servant, what is it? You sit there with full knowledge that there is no equality in this life, that there are those of us who serve and those who are served, those of us who obey and those who are obeyed, those of us who bow and those who are bowed to. That in this life certain events take place that cause some of us to be humiliated and those that are the cause of humiliation, and still you ask, what is it?
What is it? Don't stand there gibbering like an idiot. What is it you want?
I'll tell you what I want. I want you to apologize again for sneezing on you. I wasn't sure I made it clear. It was an accident, I assure you.
Out! Out, you idiot, fool, imbecile! Get out of my sight! I never want to see you again. If you ever cross my line of vision, I'll have you exiled forever. What is your name?
Charnikov!
You insect, you germ spreader, you maggot! You are lower than an insect. You are the second cousin to a cockroach, the son-in-law of a bedbug, the nephew to a ringworm. You are nothing. Nothing, do you hear me? Nothing! Thank you.
Thank you.
And Nila.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks, Kanati, for sharing the best class. My name is Vishnu, and with me is Nila Srinivas, and we will be performing a play known as called The Defenseless Teacher. This is a play about the interaction between a banker with a nervous disorder and a very interesting customer he comes across. So, have fun.
While he was lying in bed these 5 months recuperating, he was dismissed from his job for no reason at all.
Well, that's a pity, certainly, but I don't quite see the connection with our bank, madam.
You don't know how I've suffered during his illness. I nursed him from morning till night, doctored him from night till morning, besides cleaning my house, taking care of my children, feeding our dog, our cat, our goat, my sister's bird who was sick.
The bird was sick.
My sister, she gets dizzy spells. She's been dizzy a month now and she gets dizzier every day.
Extraordinary. However, I still
take care of her children and her house and her cat and her goat and then her bird beats one of my children. So our cat beats her bird.
And so my oldest daughter, the one with the broken arm, drowned my sister's cat. And now my sister wants my goat in exchange. She says she needs to drown my cat and break my oldest daughter's other arm.
Yes. Well, you've certainly had your pack of troubles, haven't you? But I don't
And then
quite
when I
see-
went to collect my husband's pay, they deducted 24 rubles and 36 kopecks. For what, I asked? Because they said he borrowed it from the employees' fund. But that's impossible. He could never borrow without my approval. I'd break his arm. Not while he was sick, of course. I don't have the strength. You see, I'm quite sick myself, so I have this racking cough. That's a terrible thing to hear.
I can well understand why your husband took 5 months to recuperate, but what is it you want from me, madam?
What rightfully belongs to my husband? His 24 rubles and 36 kopecks. They won't give it to me because I'm a woman, weak and defenseless. Some of them have laughed in my face, sir. Laugh.
None, I see none at all. However, madam, I don't wish to be unkind, but I'm afraid you've come to the wrong place. Your petition, however justified, has nothing to do with us. You have to go to the agency where your husband was employed.
What do you mean? I've been to 5 agencies already and none of them will even listen to my petition. I'm about to lose my mind. The hair is coming out of my head. Look at my hair like a fistful. Don't tell me to go to another agency.
Please, madam, keep your hair in its proper place. Now, listen to me carefully. This is a bank. A bank! We're in the banking business. We bank money. Funds that are brought here are banked by us. Do you understand what I'm saying?
What are you saying?
I'm saying that I can't help you.
Are you saying that you can't help me?
I'm trying. Don't think I'm making headway.
Are you saying you won't believe that my husband is sick? Here's a doctor's certificate. There's the proof. Do you still doubt that my husband is suffering from a nervous disorder?
Not only do I not doubt it, I would swear to it.
Look at it. You didn't look at it.
Oh, it's really not necessary. I know full well how your husband must be suffering.
What's the point in a doctor's certificate if you don't look at it? Look at it!
Okay. Oh, yes. I see your husband is sick. It's right here on the doctor's certificate. Well, you certainly have a good case, madam, but I'm afraid you've still come to the wrong place. Oh, I'm getting excited.
You lied to me. I took you as a man of your word and you lied to me.
I lie? When?
You said you read the doctor's certificate. You couldn't have read the description of my husband's illness without seeing that he was fired unjustly. Don't take advantage of me just because I'm a woman, weak and defenseless. Do me the simple courtesy of reading the doctor's certificate. That's all I ask. Read it and then I'll go.
But I read it. What's the point in reading something twice when I've already read it once?
You didn't read it carefully.
I read it in detail.
Then you read it too fast. Read it slower.
I don't have to read it slower. I'm a fast reader.
Maybe you didn't absorb it. Let it sink in this time.
I absorbed it. It sunk in. I could pass a test on what's written here, but it doesn't make any difference because it has nothing to do with our bank.
You see the part where it says he has a nervous disorder? Read that part again and see if I'm wrong.
Oh, yes. I see your husband has a nervous disorder. My, how terrible. Only I can't help you now. Please go.
I'm sorry, Your Excellency. I hope I haven't caused you any pain.
Oh, please don't kiss my foot. I can't you get this into your balding head. If you just realize that to come to us with this kind of claim is as strange as trying to get a haircut in a barber shop, in a butcher shop.
You can't get a haircut in a butcher shop. Why would anyone go to a butcher shop to get a haircut? Are you laughing at me?
Laughing? I'm lucky I'm still breathing. Pachatkin!
Did I tell you I'm fasting? I haven't eaten in 3 days. I want to eat, but nothing stays down. I've had the same cup of coffee 3 times today.
Pachatkin!
I'm skin and bones. I faint at the slightest provocation. Watch. Did you see? You saw how I just fainted 8 times a day that happens.
What is it, Mr. Kistunov? What's wrong?
Get her out of here. Who let her in my office?
You did, sir. I asked you and you said show her in.
I thought you meant a human being, not a lunatic with a doctor's certificate.
He wouldn't even read it. I showed it to him and he threw it at my face. You look like a kind person. You read it and see if my husband is sick or not.
I've read it, madame, twice.
Me too. I read it twice too.
You just showed it to me outside. You showed it to everyone. We all read it, even the doorman.
You just looked at it. You didn't read it.
Don't argue. Just read it, Pachatkin. For God's sake, read it so we can get her out of here.
Oh, yes. It says your husband is sick. Now, will you please leave, madame, or I will have to get someone to remove you.
Yes, yes. Remove her. Get the doorman and 2 of the guards. She's as strong as an ox.
You touch me, I'll scream so loud the whole city will hear. You lose all your depositors. No one will come to a bank where they beat weak, defenseless women. I think I'm going to faint again.
Weak? Defenseless? You are as defenseless as a charging rhinoceros. You are as weak as the king of the jungle. You are a plague, madam. A plague that wipes out all that crosses your path. You are a raging river that washes out bridges and stately homes. You are a wind that blows over mountains. It is women like you that drive men like me to the condition of husbands like yours.
Are you saying you're not going to help me?
Hit her, Puchatkin. Strike her. I give you permission to knock her down. Keep some sense into her.
You hear how I'm abused? He would have you hit an orphaned mother. Did you hear me cough? Listen to this cough.
Madame, if we can discuss this in my office.
Get your hands off me. Help! Help! I'm being beaten. Oh, merciful God, they're beating me.
I'm not beating you. I'm just holding your arm.
Beat her, you fool. Kick her while you get the chance. We'll never get her out of here. Knock her senseless.
A curse! A curse on your bank. I put a curse on you and your depositors. May the money in your vaults turn to onions. May the gold in your cellars turn to potatoes. May your rubles to radishes. And may your kopecks to pickles.
Stop it. I beg of you, Pachatkin, just give her the money. Just give her what she wants and just get her out of here.
24 rubles and 36 kopecks. Not a penny more. That's all that's due me, and that's all I want.
Come with me. I'll get you your money.
And another ruble to get me home. I'd walk, but I have very weak ankles.
Just give her enough for a taxi, just anything, just only get her out.
God bless you, sir. You're a kind man. I remove the curse. Curse be gone. Onions to money, gold to potatoes.
Remove her. Oh, my hair is falling out.
And there's one more thing, sir. I'll need a letter of recommendation so that my husband can get another job. Don't bother yourself about it today. I'll be back in the morning. God bless you, sir.
She's coming back. Oh, she's coming back. She's coming back. She's coming back. Yep. Thank you.
They did the Shreya Arup and Ananti Vivek.